Hello and welcome to Ask the Expert, a series on the Building Conversations podcast where STO Building Group experts answer questions from our listeners. I'm your host, Dave Hamilton. I'm Senior Vice President of Construction Procurement Solutions. That's a wholly owned subsidiary of STO Building Group. And today we're going to be talking about the complex world of construction procurement. So a question we have here is, what makes equipment procurement so challenging right now? I would say we're dealing in an industry that is extremely fragmented. There are layers of distributors and layers certainly between our manufacturing partners the whole way through right until our end user clients. There's been a lack of technology deployment throughout the years. It thankfully has changed, but the fragmentation is part of the whole issue. But change is sweeping through the industry. Companies such as QXO, Home Depot, and very large companies are consolidating and actually buying and acquiring other companies. They're using technology in a way that it has never been used before. They're leveraging their scale and their size in the marketplace. And I can tell you that's something that we're doing as well at STO Building Group and also Construction Procurement Solutions. Being able to leverage our scale in the marketplace to harness technology in the right way has brought a level of visibility that has really given us the ability to push back against the challenges that we face and have faced for many years in the construction industry. Another question is, I'm a client starting a new project. What should I ask my contractor about their approach to buying equipment? Traditional methods are ineffective at best. What we're talking about whenever we mention construction procurement, certainly from my point of view, is looking at some of the most technical and some of the most complicated pieces of equipment. They're large, they're expensive, and they're very technical. Leaving those in the hands of trade partners is something that's been done traditionally for years, but change has really begun to take root. Having a team and certainly being able to bring a level of visibility into the process, being able to strip back some of the layers and being able to take friction out of the process is what we strive for. Also, there have been heavy financial burdens on trade partners. Another reason for having someone who can begin to approach construction procurement, especially around equipment, from a whole new vantage point, being able to take on a lot of that risk and in effect de-risk the project, take away the inherent issues around cost, cash flow, and lead times, and be able to harness those in the right way is something that we work very hard and strive towards. What's the difference between working directly with manufacturers versus going through subcontractors, especially whenever it comes to cost and timing? I would say the difference is night and day. Whenever we are working directly with manufacturer partners, as we do, it brings a whole new level of control. Partnerships, relationships lead to strategy. Largest factor we have found with dealing with these things is obviously time. But very second to that is cost as well. Not just leaving both of those in the hands of trade partners or subcontractors, but being able to control both of those is what we strive for. Manufacturers too are often unaware of where their products are specified, or even at times the price at which their goods are sold. They don't always understand it because of the layers of distributors and sometimes the multiple hands that things pass through before they get out to market. Being able to bring that visibility to our manufacturer partners has been key. How does using technology to track procurement keep projects on track? I'm actually a closet geek. So technology is where it's at these days. Digitization in the industry has been very slow in the past. It really has caught up. We have talked many years internally about being on the bleeding edge or the leading edge of something. And we have often said that we would rather be on the leading edge as opposed to the bleeding edge. We would now challenge that and probably say that we do want to be, as far as technology is concerned, on the bleeding edge. We want to understand the products that are there that will help us track and really understand where our equipment is at each stage of the process, gaining visibility into our manufacturers, being able to communicate that back to our field teams and bring them that level of certainty. Another question is, what is Construction Procurement Solutions and how does it help clients simplify the process? I really have two words. One is choices and the other is control. That's what we bring to the marketplace. We bring our clients choices with regard to time or cost, And then we bring control of the process as well. What we mean by that is we're not just leaving the large, complicated, expensive piece of equipment in the hands of our trade partners who we have great relationships with, but yet we're taking control of that and being able to gain visibility into that particular product, where it is in the manufacturer's process, when it's going to show up, how it's going to show up. We do this with an engineering staff of mechanical and electrical engineers who are very highly qualified, coupled with a post-award staff as well, those who are responsible for tracking and beginning to follow pieces of equipment, as it were, in a digital sense, being able to understand when those are showing up, coordinate deliveries, etc. That whole control of that process is really what Construction Procurement Solutions does. We bring our clients choices in the early stages, being able to level the playing field, but then being able to control the process once that project has been awarded to a manufacturing partner. That's it for today's episode. I'm Dave Hamilton from Construction Procurement Solutions. We certainly are looking to try to bring some certainty in a very uncertain market, and we hope we've done that with some of the answers that we've tried to bring you today. Thank you so much for listening.